presents the best of college basketball. Today, from the Notre Dame campus in South Bend, Indiana, it's the DePaul Blue Demons versus the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Today's game is brought to you by Exceptionally Smooth Michelob. Where you're going, it's Michelob. By Ace. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man. By ITT, which believes the best ideas are the ideas that help people. And by Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken right.
Outside the Athletic and Convocation Center on the campus of Notre Dame, it was 50 degrees below freezing, a minus 19 degrees, bitterly cold in northern Indiana. But it is red hot inside, a glowing gold at the Athletic and Convocation Center, and here comes Notre Dame, and Digger Phelps has promised something special. For the first time in basketball history, the Irish will wear gold uniforms as they get ready. It's one of the crusades that Digger has every year. He wants to beat DePaul. Oh my, and welcome to northern Indiana. Mighty cold outside, but we should have a great game inside on this Super Sunday. Dick Enberg with McGuire. Oh, you're in the spirit.
What happens? Gold is not the color. The color for this game, Dick, is black and blue. The game is going to be decided down in the paint. And I'm telling you, the blue team is a physical.
So you feel the DePaul team that beat the Irish earlier up in Chicago by 12 points will handle them inside. That's the key to the game.
The key to the game is down low. I don't think Notre Dame can stay with them physically. The other part of the game is the guards. The matchup between Patterson, maturity, experience, against the idle rivers of South Bend already. Who can handle each other? That's the game.
Kenny Patterson, the veteran guard for DePaul, will be starting in his 100th consecutive game. And for Notre Dame, David Rivers, their scintillating guard, he'll remind you of Isaiah Thomas. He has been the key to the Irish attack. It's a hot day on this Sunday for NBC Sports. After basketball, we're going to be taking you to Paris, France, the World Indoor Championships. For the first time since Helsinki, we're going to see athletes from the United States, the Soviet Union, and East Germany. But it's basketball first. DePaul against Notre Dame as they renew their rivalry here in South Bend. The lineups in a moment.
Blue Demons of DePaul University. From Columbia, South Carolina, number 23, Tyrone, Corbin.
Corbin leading the team in scoring and rebounding.
At forward, 6'8" and a junior from Los Angeles, California, number 34, Kevin Holmes. At center, 6'8" and a junior from Flint, Michigan, number 51, Marty Embry.
The cookie man. He's the baker on the team.
At guard, 6'7" and a sophomore from San Diego, California, number 3, Lawrence West.
Watch for him to turn it over early.
He's replacing
At
Tony
guard,
Jackson in the
6'2"
starting
and a senior
lineup.
from the Queens in New York, number 10, Kenny Patterson. The head coach of the Blue Demons in his first season, Joey Meyer.
35-year-old Joey Meyer replacing his father, a former Notre Dame star. Ray Meyer working on the Chicago radio broadcast today.
At forward, 6'8" and a junior from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, number 42, Jimmy Dolan. At forward, 6'10" and a junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 44,
Barlow having a great year, leads the team in scoring with 16.5 points a game.
6'9" and a junior from Bayville, New York, number 41, Tim Kempton.
He's a key player today to try to counter the strength of DePaul underneath.
At guard, 6'3" and a sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 10, Scott Hicks. At guard, 6 feet and a freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey, number 4, David Rivers.
Rivers has brought a United DePaul Blue Demons against the Irish. This year all on the road. They're 2-3 on the road. They've lost at Georgetown, at Alabama, Birmingham, and at Western Michigan. The Irish are 8-3. They lost at DePaul, Dolan, Barlow, Kempton, the three juniors, the size up front, Rivers, the exciting freshman, and Scott Hicks, who is hitting at a 13.5 pace. And there are the yellow uniforms and the student body waving their golden pom-poms in response. First time ever. Oh, yeah, it's such a wonderful environment. Wouldn't you like to bottle this enthusiasm? The Irish get the first crack at it as Rivers brings it to Hicks.
I don't know if I like the bottle of weather.
No, it would be frozen. Rivers on Patterson. Kempton back out to Rivers. Underneath, controlled by the Blue Demons. Embry clearing to Patterson. 100 straight games as a starter for Kenny Patterson out of Queens, New York. Only 3 players in DePaul history have been 4-year starters. Patterson is one of them.
2-3 zone by Notre Dame. First shot has to come from the outside.
From San Diego, California, outside to Patterson. Open is Corbin, the leading scorer, and he hits.
We're playing with no shot clock, no 45-second clock.
You like that or not?
I think that either they should play with a clock if it's in the tournament, but not in the tournament, to play without it. No clock in the tournament. That's why Digger wants to play without it.
Inside to Kempton, working on Embry, and he ties it up. Kempton.
That's what he needed to get started. Make that first basket. You get a roll going.
Some toilet tissue out on the floor from the enthusiastic student body, so play is held up. Let's watch that last basket by Kempton.
Watch, Embry does not go off his feet. He just stands there. He does that all game. Kempton will end up with 20 points at least.
Now, Kempton has been quiet. He's been injured this year. He's not played up to last year's numbers, averaging only 9 a game. Played very well here at home. Over 83% have been victories, 208 and 42 losses in 17 years in this building.
Kempton thinks he'll play better this year because of Rivers. He had a good freshman year because of Patterson.
Lawrence West, the sophomore from Morse High School in San Diego, makes it 4-2 DePaul.
Ball's going straight man-to-man. Locking up the paint. Aggressive man-to-man.
Out of bounds to Notre Dame as Corbin's defense making it tough on Barlow.
Joey said before the game that defense has been picking up. They had a good game against Old Dominion. Aggressive, steady, intensive.
DePaul's defense was the second toughest to shoot against last year. They allowed only 41% field goals, and this year they're 42.7, so it's difficult to score against them. Foul against West for reaching in. Or is it Embry? It is Embry.
Right here. Embry seems to be a little bit tentative in his play. He seems to be too worried about picking up fouls, and that's when you do pick him up. He drops his head there. Again, DePaul in the zone because Notre Dame took the ball out of bounds on the baseline.
Hicks to Rivers. He's not afraid to put it up. Kempton will get a foul for riding in. His first.
I thought Rivers got away with a walk that time. He gave a head and shoulder fake, and he kind of moved his pivot foot a little bit.
Now here come the Blue Demons of their new coach, Joey Meyer. Kind of strange to sit here, and then directly across from us is Ray Meyer, the venerable coach of the Blue Demons since 1942.
Twice Notre Dame basketball.
Almost a steal. West recovering for DePaul. Patterson penetrating. Corbin inside. Embry. Embry makes it 6-2 with his first hoop. We play 2:45.
Here's the Rivers calling out the offensive plays.
A reach-in foul, or is it a foul underneath?
Watch how smooth Embry turns around and scores over Kempton here. We're looking through the basket at this one, through the window. There it is, nice and smooth, good follow through.
A remote control camera, and that shot went in like it was directed by remote control. 6-2, the foul was on Patterson. Barlow and Corbin, a no call. Kempton, rebound by Patterson. Inside and stolen by Dolan. This is a new look Irish. They like to run.
Oh, Tim got caught in between a dunk and a layup. He didn't know what to do.
And no basket and a foul on Kempton.
Yeah, he ended up charging, but he got caught in between. He wanted to dunk it. Then watch him. Watch his pass. He always passes the opposite way he looks. He was thinking of dunking it, and then he went for the layup and he charged. Good call.
Second foul on Kempton.
Marcus Haynes pass, a Globy pass. Harlem Globetrotter.
Rivers and Hicks, that speed in the backcourt that Digger Phelps has never had here at Notre Dame, and to see them run is quite a treat. Patterson, rebound goes to Holmes, and traveling is the call.
Notre Dame leads the basket.
6-2, the Irish trail. 3.5 minutes have been played.
Dave, there's no room inside. They're blocking it up, so you got to pass it in rather than dribble it in. Or block it in.
There's your matchup, the freshman Rivers against Patterson, the senior. And the foul is on Corbin of DePaul. Tyrone Corbin. What a outstanding story that is. He was overlooked by all the major college recruiters because on his team in high school in South Carolina was Xavier McDaniel, who eventually went to Wichita State. He was a huge star. Barlow blocked, clearing pass to Patterson. Rivers almost knocked it away to Corbin on the run, and Corbin scores. It's 8-2 DePaul.
Patterson's releasing early on Notre Dame shots.
The Irish are cold, 2 points in 4 minutes.
Well, they need a little more quickness on the baseline. That's their problem. They got strength, but not the quickness.
Dolan. Rebound to West. He's a 6'7" guard. Patterson to Embry. Corbin likes to work the baseline. Stolen, but Rivers gets it on a second chance. 2-on-2. Rivers behind the back. Oh, my!
David, baby, come down for air, will you?
A brilliant play. Embry at the other end can't hit, and the tip not there. And a foul is called on whom? Embry of DePaul. There's Rivers again.
This is Quicksilver. Unbelievable move. He might have got away with a half a step there.
And we have a timeout, as you can appreciate that again. Indeed, maybe a half a step, but what a brilliant individual effort. And with 5 minutes gone, it's DePaul 8, Notre Dame 4.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's make a love.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's make a love.
Sir, I'd like your impressions of our January Best Buys.
My impressions?
Sure.
Well, great. Let's take a look at your hardware.
You mean like this React smoke alarm? Helps protect home and family for just $6.88.
Now that's a Best Buy.
So's this Mighty Bright 2 rechargeable light.
But can it turn itself on if the power goes out?
Yes, and the $3 rebate makes your actual cost only $6.88.
That's telling it like it is. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man.
We're impressed.
Of course. When you've got a long way to go, it's nice to go with a friend. The 1985 Toyota Standard Bed truck toughened up this year with more horsepower than ever, so you know it can carry its share of the load. The new Toyota standard bed truck at only $59.98.
Friend, you're worth twice the price. Well, here's young man Rivers.
At home, you usually get an extra step, especially if you're wearing new uniform.
Well, we're going to hear some of the inside, at least the verbal recollections of your tangles with Digger Phelps when you were still coaching in Marquette. That'll be part of our halftime feature today, and something I think all of you will enjoy.
I went this summer to Rocky Summer Home, which Digger brought, and enjoyed myself for a day. Obviously, I bought my own lunch.
You saw that DePaul is winning the battle of the boards. It's 8-4, the Blue Demons. Dallas Comegys is in the game for the first time for the Blue Demons, number 35. He's a brilliant sophomore. Barlow's first shot is way short, partially blocked. Lawrence West rebounds and is fouled by Dolan of Notre Dame.
Dolan's more of a blue-collar, lunch pail type of player, pushing and shoving, gives 100% all the time.
His dad, James, played the sport at Rutgers, and an uncle played for Villanova back in the 40s.
Marty Embry sat down because he picked up 2 early fouls. Kempton has 2 fouls, too.
And Comegys, a better scorer and a brilliant shot blocker. There's Holmes. It dances in. 10-4, DePaul. Holmes has his first point.
Got to get this guy in the game. Hicks.
Scott Hicks, his first bucket.
In the first meeting, Dick, he had 25 points, so he has to be in the game today to win it.
That was his career high here at Notre Dame. Tyrone Corbin, bingo, 12-6. 6 minutes gone. 6-point lead for the visitors from DePaul.
2-3 zone. Got to hit from the outside. Watch for Barlow or Hicks.
Rivers. 3 chances, but it wouldn't fall for the Irish. Here comes Patterson the other way. Corbin gets it back anyway, and that's the kind of player he is. He just never quits after a mistake or if there's a problem. He always seems to be in the right place.
The Paul's baseline is quicker than the Fighting Irish's baseline. Showing up now.
8-point lead. A lot of traffic in there for Kempton. Rebound Corbin. Patterson, the clever floor leader for the Blue Demons. Only Dave Corzine and George Mikan were 4-year starters for DePaul. Patterson is the third. Inside to Comegys against Kempton. Back and a whistle. 3 seconds against DePaul. Let's go back to Tyrone Corbin's play earlier.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's an unbelievable ball player. Here, the alley-oop was a little bit short, but he stays in there, always hanging around the basket. He has a nose for the ball. Also, he has a broken nose. He picked it up on New Year's Day at practice.
He's averaging 15 a game and 8 rebounds. He's only 6'6". Scott Hicks.
Need that. They needed that bad.
14-8. Hicks has 4. He played 7.5 minutes.
Next time down, the ball zone will spread out a little bit because of that. Both teams in the zone, so it'll be a low-scoring game.
Kevin Holmes, he hits the 15-footer, and it's 16-8. Holmes has 4. Rivers.
St. Joseph River. I think I'm going to call him Quicksilver. Too much hands on Hicks that time. Quicksilver.
David Rivers, they list him at 6 feet. I think that's with the hairstyle. But
they
is he
call
exciting?
Him Doc. There've been too many Docs.
Yeah, you can call him almost anything you want. Coach Quicksilver might be the start of something. It's the Demons by 6.
The Dallas Morning News, 3 a.m. You know this crew gets heartburn. And when they do, there's no time to stop. No wonder so many people take Rolaids, the tablet that gives millions 100% relief. Like a sponge, Rolaids antacid medicine consumes 100% of the acid required to give millions 100% relief. With Rolaids, you can keep going. Rolade. Rolade spells 100% relief.
The car won't start.
Winter driving can mean trouble, but plain gas-line antifreeze often can't help. STP gas treatment does more. It tunes up your gas for better performance. Used regularly, STP helps break up water in your tank to remove it, helps clear your fuel line, and cleans your carburetor. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Oh, there's Daddy's car!
Don't get stopped cold. Get STP gas treatment and tune up your gas. STP. Your car care company.
January's champions take to the ring. Lockridge. He puts his height disadvantage to good use, staying low and close, dishing out stinging punches to his opponent's body. Lockridge battles Kamel Bouali, the WBA World Junior Lightweight Championship, on NBC Sports World.
Now, this kid is a freshman. Watch this. Behind the back, between the legs, and then in traffic, hits the 15 fall away.
Then dirties his uniform.
David Rivers. Notre Dame leading in this long rivalry, but DePaul has won the last 5, including the game played earlier this year up at the Horizon.
That's the start of that Vatican-type conference. You got DePaul, Marquette, Dayton, and Notre Dame. They're playing each other twice this year.
DePaul shooting at 72% and Notre Dame 33% out of the gate. Lawrence West, a little out of his range, and Dolan has the rebound. Scott Hicks. Good move. And a foul on Patterson.
Very nice hesitant dribble there. Patterson reached, and Hicks went around him. Hicks is very quick.
Almost an automatic foul, isn't it? Although he barely got a piece of it. And when you do it, you're asking for a penalty, and he has his second. 5th team foul on DePaul.
Great steal by Patterson. He's going to go all the way.
It's Barlow and scores and gets the foul. And there's Patterson, who is at 6'2", is working against a man a half-foot taller and gets the foul and the hoop.
Excellent steal. Went solo all the way down. Was looking for the 2-shot foul. The ball goes in. Maybe he ends up with 3. Had to put it very, very high on the window there. Because Barlow, what's he about, 6'10"?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice follow-through. Oh, all net.
19-10 on the 3-point play by Kenny Patterson, and now the pressure defense on. Tony Jackson is in, number 20 for DePaul. Patterson replacing, or Jackson is replacing West. Dolan, Kempton. Boy, the hands are too quick in there for DePaul. And look at Patterson elude the charge as Rivers had him in the trap.
Oh, there's in your face. Right back at Rivers that side.
Corbin is 3 for 3 from that spot, and it's an 11-point lead for DePaul with 11 minutes left in the half.
Forget the basket. You are now watching play-bound basketball between Patterson and Rivers. They're each trying to show the other one up with fancy moves. French pastry deluxe. Here it goes again.
Rejected by Corbin. 2-on-1 with Jackson. Back to Patterson. And DePaul
should be timeout Notre Dame after that one.
That's exactly right. With 10:45 remaining in the first half, Digger Phelps is very upset with his Irish as DePaul on the run is opened a 13-point lead. The Blue Demons 23, the Irish 10 as Patterson has 5 points in the last half minute.
My hardware store.
Fortune 500.
We've expanded into 6 states.
The Kemper Group not only insures every type of big business, but also little businesses that might never have grown up if it weren't for the cavalry's dedication to service and professional advice. That's the difference between just insurance and the Kemper Cavalry.
Someday my company will need a cavalry.
Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't be somebody and still be you? Who says you can't taste life's best and not look like you do? Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can.
Michelob Light. Super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Have it all.
January's champions take to the field. Gifted runners, outstanding athletes, The showdown of the world's track powers, including the Soviet Union and East Germany. The World Indoor Games. January's champions are on NBC Sports.
Well, we are the network of track and field right to the 87 World Championships in Rome, and we hope you'll stay with us. You'll have plenty of time to watch and enjoy the international track before we go on to and many of you will go on to the pregame show for the Super Bowl. You won't miss a thing. Hey, that young fella's got some moves up there.
Yeah, I think his parents are very pleased about paying about $5,000 a year for him to dance like that.
That's higher education. Young man's probably an all-A student, too.
Beat it.
Most of them here are.
He needs a glove on one of those hands.
23-10. DePaul has opened a sizable lead midway through this first half.
Got a one-on-one game here. Rivers against Patterson up in the playground.
Kempton, now there's the open shot to Hicks. Oh, great follow by Barlow.
Beautiful by Barlow. He doesn't play a physical game, but that time he went inside. He'd rather take the 12-foot jumper.
It's an interesting combination. Hicks shooting and Barlow following. They were high school teammates at Cathedral High School in Indianapolis, just a year apart. That must have been some team. Corbin inside to Comegys. His first shot. Corbin keeps it alive, and here comes Rivers. And a foul on Holmes.
Rivers, I wonder for 4 years is he going to do this? He doesn't want a simple basket. It has to be a little bit of French pastry. I thought he had a free breakaway kick then.
And I was impressed by Holmes, his ability at 6'8". He was right with him. He did foul, but there was no difference in speed.
Well, Holmes is a great athlete.
Well, he was a outstanding high school long jumper and high jumper, 6'11" high jumper. Long jump, 23 feet. Barlow looking 2 for 2, and he has it. 23-14. Back-to-back goals by Barlow. 9:40 remaining in the first half.
If they stop him this time, they might be able to get back in the ball game. He's going to go up. He's going up.
Against Barlow, short again. And Jackson and Dolan tie it up. And the arrow points toward DePaul. Marty Embry returns to the Blue Demon lineup, and Kevin Holmes given a breather.
Game getting a little bit more physical underneath. Tim Kempton got to get into this game more. He's kind of hesitant. 2-3 zone, Notre Dame.
Embry, Comegys, Corbin. Back to Embry. Great pass, but he traveled. No, he fouled. He did travel, but it was because Hicks had bumped him.
No, Hicks grabbed his wrist that time on the way out. Good call.
First foul on Scott Hicks. 6 team fouls, so the bonus in effect from now on for DePaul and also for Notre Dame. We have 9:22 remaining in the half. Embry traveled.
Tried to do his dance too early, ended up walking. He just hesitate a second after he catches the ball.
The Irish now with a chance to rattle off 6 points in a row and cut into that DePaul lead. They trail by 9. They were down by 13.
Hicks and Barlow from the outside.
Dolan to Kempton. Nice pass by Dolan. 23-16. So 6 unanswered points for Notre Dame. Jackson has it knocked away. Here comes Rivers. 2-on-1.
To Hicks.
Oh, what a pass and what a play by Jackson, but a foul on Jackson.
He waited a little bit too long to give it to Hicks that time. If he got it there sooner, it might have been a 3-point play rather than a possible 2-point play. Let's take a look at this. He should have kicked it off right there. Behind the back, outstanding pass, but it's too late. He had to split that defensive man.
DePaul wants timeout.
Good call by Joey.
David Rivers, we've only played a little over 11 minutes. We have a highlight show already. It's 23-16 DePaul.
I'm Mr. Goodwrench. You know what starts when your engine starts? Engine wear.
50 strokes, 100 strokes, 200 piston strokes of wear per second. Only a fine lubricant can protect it. Like GM Goodwrench Motor Oil, the motor oil from General Motors that meets or exceeds all GM specifications.
Great protection for me, Mr. Goodwrench.
Get great GM feeling with genuine GM parts.
What does it take to excel?
I know the deadline. You'll get it tomorrow.
It takes speed, reliability, economy. It takes express mail next day service from the post office. Our 2-pound pack is just $9.35 overnight. And we deliver over 100,000 packages on time every day.
Yes, we got them. Oh, and Jerry, thanks.
Express mail service. We deliver excellence for less.
The Irish on a run with 6 in a row and a chance for 2 more. Scott Hicks will be at the line. It's 23-16 DePaul. Digger Phelps with the final word to Tim Kempton. As you see in the last 2 minutes, it's been all Irish.
Ever since Digger called the timeout. You coaches out there, especially in high school and grade schools, don't save your timeouts. When the game's over, it's over. And there's an excellent call right now by Coach Joey at DePaul.
Okay, relax, we got 2.
Trying to stop momentum and maybe ice this guy a little bit.
Sophomore Scott Hicks came out of a great Indiana prep year 2 years ago.
I recruited a kid out of Cathedral High. A guy named Jim Gooden. He's a lawyer now. Send a gift for that, will you, Jim, please? Brookfield, Wisconsin.
James Blackman went to Kentucky. Steve Alford to Indiana. We're also top Hoosier high schoolers the year that Hicks graduated from Indianapolis Cathedral. 8 in a row for the Irish, so they've rallied from 23-10 to 23-18 with 8:43 left in the half.
Need a basket bad.
Corbin inside Embry. Almost tied up.
No shot clock.
Comegys forcing the shot. He has taken 3 bad shots. Kempton rebounds for Notre Dame. Rivers hurries it home. Short on the shot.
Good D by Kenny Patterson that time.
Embry with a rebound.
Here we go, back in your face. Kenny has to do something. One guy's from Queens, the other guy's from Jersey City. Eastern basketball on the blacktops. That means the playground.
Corbin from South Carolina misses from the corner. Good rebound by Hicks. 6'3" sophomore.
DePaul and man-to-man.
The Irish, excuse me, Al, looking for 10 in a row.
Kid wants to drive. You blow by you or he'll drill it from the outside. Don't come up on him.
You think he tries to do too much by himself?
Well, I think the Digger's afraid to tell him anything because if you do, you might ruin him. He's like a beautiful racehorse. Don't put too much weight on him.
Jackson at the other end, but the play was made by Comegys' block, and that breaks the string for the Irish. 2 points now for Tony Jackson.
I think with maturity on this young guy, he'll be more selective when he does his thing. See, a basketball game's a lifetime, 40 minutes. I think Rivers is trying to show everything in the first 5, which he has already. But there's no doubt he's good. He's a freshman of influence.
And impact. Jackson with a good feed to Embry. He loses the ball to Rivers. He's always in the right spot.
All the way, son.
And he scores!
I hope he's all right.
He's okay. A defiant drive by David Rivers.
Watch Comegys block this shot here. It's off his feet real fast. You see that hand come up? Now,
that's a great. We have remote control cameras at both ends, so you saw the block at one end and the play at the other.
Jackson scored that, and here comes Rivers now. Goes under Comegys, then spins out. The padding underneath saves any type of injury.
Chance for a three-point play as Rivers trying to walk off the blow that he absorbed as he hit the base of the upright.
Jersey City, New Jersey.
Boy, he is something. 6 points for him.
That's the way they say it.
You thought there's a Brooklynese stranger. 25-21. The Irish have rallied well here in the latter parts of the first half. 6:40 remaining.
Spreading their zone out a little bit here.
Oh, nice setup for Embry. Marty Embry nails one, and he has 4.
That's not really his shot. He made it pure.
He's improved. He's averaging about 10 points a game this year, up from 5 last year.
Out to Hicks.
Hicks forcing the shot. There's Holmes for the rebound. 27-21 DePaul. Corbin with a beautiful move. Not using the floor at all.
Just too quick when he gets the ball inside. Or Dolan or Barlow or Kempton. Kempton's not in there now.
Number 15, Donald Royal. Ball lost again by the Irish, and here come the Demons on the run. Patterson setting up Holmes. Bingo. And it's 31-21 and 6 in a row now for DePaul.
Bigger has to stop this run right now, either with a timeout or a basket, one or the other. They're back in their zone with the lead. Want to keep Embry out of foul trouble. How many does he have on him, Dick?
2 on Embry. After carving DePaul's 13-point lead down to 4, now the Irish find themselves down by 10, and this is a key scoring chance for them.
Have to shoot from the outside.
Barlow to Dolan.
Inside again. I was wrong.
First basket for Jim Dolan. Under 5 minutes left in the half. On the baseline was Embry. It's out of bounds to Notre Dame as Digger Phelps will make a couple of changes, bringing in 2 freshmen, Gary Voce and Matt Beeuwsaert. Beeuwsaert alone as he takes out the ball. When's the last time you saw someone with a brush haircut? Back in our days, everyone wore that hairstyle. Jerry West, the Frank Selvey years.
Well, we didn't call it a brush haircut. We called it a flat top.
Or a crew cut, I guess.
Yep.
There's Beeuwsaert.
Real crew flat tops.
Royal blocked by Comegys and a foul on Comegys.
Pure block. Pure.
Second foul on the talented sophomore.
He has a nervous stomach, Dick. They've been having problems, and he's just not up to full strength this year. He says he has to eat a lot of high something food. High what? He told me before the game. And just he has to learn to relax more.
Saw Comegys blocking talent, twice as many as the entire Notre Dame team. First scoring chance for Royal, who's from New Orleans, Louisiana. He's a sophomore and yet only 18 at the age of 15. Donald Royal, high jump, 6'9". He's coming on, and of course a youngster, as he matures, Digger feels he's got himself a solid player. 31-25. DePaul by 6, 4.5 minutes left. Nice touch. As Kevin Holmes now with 8 points. Holmes is averaging less than that on the year, 7.5, so it's a big first half for him.
A lot of time left, a little bit over 4 minutes.
Rivers free. 33-27, 9 for David Rivers.
DePaul's a great ball club, belongs to the top 5 in the country, I believe. But they don't seem to have a knockout punch. They let you come back all the time. Maybe it's because they don't have any real true stars. They're all good.
It's the kind of team where everyone's averaging between 9 and 13, 14 points a game. Holmes, Beeuwsaert gets it back. Voce, and finally it's Patterson with the quick hands. Tony Jackson.
It should be 2. He likes that corner, Tyrone.
Boy, DePaul dominating the boards.
Digger wants a walk. I don't think the kid walked that time.
Inside to Holmes from Jackson. Hit by Comegys. Oops, that'll be a foul on Corbin. His second, no question about that one.
Notre Dame guys got to get off their feet under the basket. They're reaching rather than jumping. Digger's giving the freshman Dickens down there to say, hey, start getting up.
Gary Voce.
Yep. An outstanding freshman. He's from the Jamaica.
That's right. Went to Corona, New York. High school in
from the Bronx. Didn't play basketball until he was 13 years of age, Voce. At the line, however, is Ken Barlow, who's been a solid scorer all season long, averaging 16.5 a game, tops on the Notre Dame team. Good free throw shooter, 82%.
Takes a foul shot. Watch how quiet it is behind the basket. Now watch, there'll be no movement at all. Then later on in the game, the second half, when DePaul is shooting a foul shot this way, remember this shot. You'll see the noise the second half. Now John Gonzalez, remind us to do that the second half, please.
Joseph Price and Jim Dolan return to the lineup, and the freshmen Beeuwsaert and Voce are out. It is quiet back there in Serene. It won't be that way in the second half. Barlow hits both. He has 6 points, and it's 33-29. So the 10-point lead by DePaul has been cut down to 4. Final 3 minutes of the first half. And traveling against Jackson.
Tough call. That ball was touched when he's up in the air, so it couldn't be traveling. I thought he might have been calling the jump ball, and the arrow's pointing Notre Dame's way, so they would have gotten it anyway. Wow, we can get this down to a 2-point game right here. Back to man-to-man. Give the ball to Rivers now against man-to-man.
Price inside. Royal not there. Royal, good leaper. And a foul. Jackson. His second. So Donald Royal will get a chance to pull the Irish within 2. Tony Jackson comes out. And returning to the lineup, Lawrence West, the starter. Donald Royal, St. Augustine High School in New Orleans. Digger said, I saw a Mike Sanders type in this young man. The fine player at UCLA a couple of years ago, who also was a Louisiana product.
Joey Meyer saying to the referees, it's 11-6 on the foul. What's happening? That means 11 fouls against Joey, I guess, and 6 against Notre Dame.
This math is correct.
Well, one thing, always got to remember when you're at home, Joey. If it was the horizon, it'd probably be the opposite way.
This one to go 33-31.
After about 10 minutes, it looked like a blowout, Dick. They're up 13 points.
And then after Notre Dame had rallied, DePaul went up by 10, and now it's down to 2 with 2:25 left in the half.
And the 6th man is now in the game, the legend. Notre Dame student body, never sits down.
Corbin, the senior. Oh, what a clutch basket.
He's the heart and soul of the ball.
14 for Corbin. He leads the Blue Demons. 2 minutes left. Nice move by Royal. Can't get the goal. Keeps it alive. And Rivers now with it. And he loses to Patterson. A little too much behind the back. Patterson to Corbin. Beautiful block. Barlow. Oh, goaltending is a call.
No, it was on its way up. Dick will be upset on that one.
He should be.
I believe that ball was on its way up.
37-31. Here it is.
Let's catch it here. It's out of our screen. Yeah, it was on its way up. The ball was still going up.
Corbin has 16 points to lead DePaul. Royal to Joseph Price. Price's first shot is there. He's from Marion, Indiana. 37-33 the score with 1:18 left in the half.
Notre Dame nestled in the 2-3. Trying to stop DePaul's inside game. Comegys wants the ball. He's trying to spread it out. There's no clock. Going to force Notre Dame to go man-to-man.
Entertaining first half, and at halftime, well, it's minus 19, or was this morning at the wake-up call, and about 100 degrees warmer last summer when Al visited with Digger at Newt Rockney's home, now owned by Digger Phelps. It's a fascinating chat between these two coaches, so stay with us at halftime.
And I pushed the belt, Dick. It played the Notre Dame fight song.
It did not. 35 seconds.
Crowd is saying, boring, boring. Joey saying, spread it out. Notre Dame's playing within the rules. They're staying in the zone. But whoever has the ball, they come out and guard. So we're going down.
Patterson walked. Now the Irish have a chance to pull within 2 again.
All right, let's take a look at that shot that we thought was not goaltending. You people call it. There goes the ball. No, it's not anywhere near its height. I don't think so, but whatever.
It's in the book.
It's in the book. One shot. Look for it. 6 seconds.
Price is almost stolen by Corbin, and it does go off. Barlow out of bounds, so DePaul with 6 seconds will get a final chance. And here, Notre Dame will pressure in the back court to try to slow down DePaul's chance to get a shot away.
Patterson will go all the way, 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 all the way.
And there's the buzzer. Boy, you are absolutely right. And at the end of the first half, Joey Meyer wanted a foul. None there. The Blue Demons have a 4-point lead at the intermission, 37-33. And we'll be back with an exciting halftime show in a moment.
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't have the fast track and time for you? Who says you can't taste the good life and have it look good on you? Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Michelob Light, oh yes you can.
Michelob Light. Super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Have it all.
Ryder presents a moving tribute to those industrious few who saved money by renting a truck from somebody else. The Brewbakers from Akron who saved $14.50 moving to Topeka. Stanley Helms who saved $8 moving from Tulsa to Reno. The Willises who saved $6.95 on their move to Seattle. And finally, to the Blevins family, who saved a grand total of $13 and found out, like they all did, that it's Ryder or it's wrong.
I'm not going to go buy the squeeze spray anymore.
Andrea Giles tells when she first tried 12-hour Nostrella, the metered one-way nasal spray.
After I had seen the presentation.
The TV presentation?
Yes.
You saw that squeeze sprays can draw back common cold viruses. The one-way metered pump?
It didn't.
That's a good reason for trying it. But did 12-hour Nostrella work for you?
The 12-hour Nostrella cleared my sinuses, and I could breathe again.
12-hour Nostrella. Nostril, regular and mild. The metered one-way nasal sprays.
It works for me.
If you're interested in earning more than a paycheck, the Century 21 system announces a week of opportunity. Mark your calendar now for career sessions. Find out why we're #1, the best-known professionals in the business. Find out about our career track training, one of the most comprehensive programs in real estate. Call the Century 21 office nearest you and make a date with your future.
#1 to work for you. Century 21.
Don't miss the Century 21 Career Opportunity Week, January 21st through the 27th.
Sarah, Newsweek calls it the brightest new arrival of 1985.
There you go.
From the creators of Family Ties, it's Sarah, premiering Wednesday after the Facts Alive.
There he is, the coach, Ray Meyer. He's telling the folks up in Chicago, DePaul leads 5-4, and Tyrone Corbin leading the Demons with 16. David Rivers, 9, the high score for Notre Dame. We'll be back with Al McGuire, Digger Phelps, after these words, your local station.
Tonight on Knight Rider, Kit and Michael try to save a young couple and come face to face with an evil force.
Who or what is that?
It's a deadly mystery. Then 3 women fight to prove themselves against 3,000 cons. Amy Steele, Debbie Allen, and Stella Stevens are women of San Quentin.
We're WXRT. We play music, and lots of it, but without all the gimmicks you've grown tired of. If you haven't tried WXRT lately, give our rock a listen.
The hardest part of taking a vacation to Alaska is heading back home.
Alaska is an eagle that I want to fly across a sea of castles reaching for the sky.
It's something that stays with you forever. Once you've gone to Alaska, you've never come all the way back.
Alaska.
Some communications companies sell you too much phone system and promise you'll grow into it. Hello? Others sell you too little. In no time, you've outgrown it. But Illinois Bell Communications gives you a real choice from the best voice and data systems at the best prices.
This is a perfect fit. But the chair's too big.
So if you need a communication system, call 1-800-FITS-YOU, Illinois Bell Communications, for a system that fits you perfectly.
Catch the excitement of sports with Mark G. and Greco at 6 and 10.
Al McGuire's Hoops. Brought to you by Miller High Life. Welcome to Miller Time.
Well, today the subject of Al McGuire's feature at halftime is Digger Phelps, and really the message here is to be a dreamer. What did you dream about as a kid?
Well, I always dreamed about filling Madison Square Garden, the old one on 49th and 8th Avenue.
As a coach or as a player, wanted to play in front of a big crowd?
Wanted to play in front of the big crowd, and always wanted an NCAA championship. And I think Digger Phelps wants to get to the Final Four. He won't do it this year, but he got an outside shot of doing it next year, Dick.
And he always wanted to be a Notre Dame basketball coach, or maybe even a football coach. We all are allowed our dreams, and Al McGuire went to Lower Michigan last summer and visited Newt Rockney's old place.
I can't believe you found this place. I mean, how many takes did it take? Hey, seriously. Hey, great call on the Olympics. Good job, really.
Thank you, thank you.
You picked the U.S. to lose, huh?
Where's the Gipper?
He's out back.
Where's Rockney? They say that the forward pass in football was developed right down on the beach here.
Rockney used to get the football team up here, and one day on the beach, he just came up with an idea about the forward pass. That was the biggest innovation in football that made it a different game, and he used it that fall.
Boy, Dig, this is a beautiful spot.
Not bad, huh? Rockney ahead of his time, or what?
Honestly, I would say if that real estate agent charged you twice as much, you'd buy it because it was Rockney's summer home. Because you always dreamed of coaching at Notre Dame.
Football, yeah.
Well, you didn't dream of coaching football, did you? Oh, you dreamed of coaching football.
I would love to coach one football game at Notre Dame. Just give me the pep rally on a Friday night and let me have Notre Dame Stadium on a Saturday afternoon. Let me come up with a couple gimmicks before the game. And I don't want a Navy game or an Air Force game or, you know, one of those patsies. I want the Southern Cal game.
Hey, Digger, you're going to get in trouble over that statement.
Yeah,
Take it back.
Al, it's nothing against Navy or Air Force. It's Southern Cal. Notre Dame, Southern Cal goes back to Rockney.
Digger, what is the Notre Dame spirit? Is it smoke? Is it something like this cottage here? Is it the Gipper?
It's the big wins. I think when we beat UCLA in '74, that triggered it. People just believed that we were there. We arrived. We beat the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. That was a big thing for me. And it's carried over, the sixth man, the student body. It's a very tough place to play in basketball, and yet I think we know we have to win those big games, and I think the kids get up for that. They understand that.
You know, when you left Fordham, it was a very sensitive situation to come to Notre Dame for the 1 year, and when you play them now, the student body jumps all over you.
Al, you're the guy who told me to leave Fordham. In New York at Leone's, the press writers' luncheon. I'll never forget sitting down, and you said to me, you got to get out of here, you're hot. They'll never work for you. You're too hot right now. If you got a chance to go, go. Why'd you say that to me?
I thought that there are certain places that you just cannot break through the sound barrier. And I believe Fordham is one of them. It's a great school, but you can't get into that top shelf of college basketball.
Well, I looked at you that day, and I said, this guy's amazing. I mean, here I am excited. We beat Notre Dame last week. We beat Rutgers on Saturday. We're playing Marquette, who I believe was ranked second or third in the country, and you had Jimmy Jones and Dean Meminger. It was just a great basketball team.
A great backcourt ball player with Dean.
Yeah, that young kid, what was his name, Allie? So anyhow, we played a game that night. Now, I was a quiet coach, Al. A real quiet coach. I would sit there because that's what I did all year. Now, all of a sudden, I watched the Al McGuire show. Things weren't going. It was a tight ball game, back and forth. I don't think anybody had more than a 6-point lead. Well, what was funny about the OT, how it got to the OT, was when all of a sudden you didn't like what was going on, call timeout, call Allie over to go tell Charlie Deal that you call him an SOB. Allie goes over to Charlie, he says, my father says you're an SOB. Big T, Al works it. Next thing you know, loose ball goes out of bounds. We're up 1 with the ball, or we're up 2 with the ball, I believe. With less than a minute to go, ball goes out of bounds in front of your bench. Your player knocked it out of bounds. You had your kids programmed. They all got up, point to your basket. You look at Charlie and point to your basket. Get the ball, come down, score it. The game goes OT, you win the game. I said, never again will I ever sit on that bench, especially against Al McGuire Marquette. And as you know and I know, we've had together some good games, and the writers would start pools on who's going to get the first technical.
expression on Digger Phelps' face basically says you can't out-slicker a slicker.
Well, I'm telling you, you can't con a conner, but he'd break up a high mass pick.
There's no better way to end a perfect day than to head for the best beer you can find.
Welcome to Miller Time.
At Miller High Life, we begin with nature's finest ingredients. Then we brew our beer so it contains no additives, no preservatives, so nothing comes between you and the taste of just pure beer.
Welcome to Miller Time.
I remember we would all dress in the school colors. Imagine 8 girls in the brightest red you've ever seen. I don't know who looked forward to the games more, us or the players. On those winter afternoons, there was no place I'd rather have been.
Next Saturday, come home to college basketball as the Wolfpack of North Carolina State meet the Louisville Cardinals. West Coast viewers will see California and USC, all next Saturday on NBC.
37-33 the score. DePaul leading Notre Dame at halftime. We're in South Bend, Indiana. We're waiting for the second half, but right now let's go to Paris, France, and Charlie Jones.
This is Sam Grady of the United States, gold and silver medalist in the Olympic Games semifinals, men's 60-meter dash. Asquith in 1, Desruelle in 2, Sam Grady is in 3, Richard is in 4, Silva is in 5, and Tony Sharp, Olympic finalist from Canada, is in lane 6, nearest us. Out very quickly is Desruelle in lane 2, Grady in lane 3, Asquith in lane 1, Grady, Desruelle, and it is Desruelle finishing first, Grady finishes second, and Asquith finishes third. These 3 move to the finals. You will see the finals on the IAAF World Indoor Games in Paris right after basketball.
Well, when I grow up, I want to be just like Charlie Jones, Paris, France. And what an assignment. He's probably sunbathing today. No one is doing that in this part of the country. But we did have a hot first half. It was an interesting one, 37-33.
Tyrone Corbin has a hot hand. If he can have that the second half, they should be able to blow him out of here. But the other end of it, Rivers got 9 points, an outstanding ball player. He gives a new dimension to Notre Dame basketball.
He certainly does. Al McGuire's Baker's dozen, his 13 top teams, and each week he'll pick 2 teams he thinks in the next week will go up in the ratings and 2 he thinks will go down. Here are the top 7 as of today.
I like Georgetown, SMU. I picked St. John's to go down. I'm sorry, Redmond. I picked Memphis State Tigers after their big win at Louisville to go down. Duke, super win over North Carolina. Oregon State, I touched the West Coast, and Illinois is good.
You expect Illinois then to go up in this next week?
They're going up.
All right, let's look at the rest of the 13. Oklahoma with a big win against Kansas yesterday. North Carolina up to 9th, although they were beaten by Duke. Kansas a loser yesterday. Georgia Tech. Oh, Georgia Tech, you expect them to go up?
They're going up. They got a good ball club.
Indiana, and you like Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana Tech is my sleeper of sleepers.
All right, and looking now, they're both back out on the court for the second half. Take us into Joey Meyer's head now. What do you think he told DePaul at halftime?
I think at halftime, Joey has to be careful that he's not fighting the referees too much here. You know, the Notre Dame syndrome. After the horn went off, he went out to the referees. He wanted the foul on Patterson at that last play, Dick, and he should have got the foul on that. The thing is that Joey has to stay calm and don't let the crowd get to him. And the next time, if they do move up by 8 points, maybe then try to deliver a slow knockout punch. They're trying to blow him out of there, and you don't blow Notre Dame out quickly at South Bend, Indiana.
And we will have action. Boy, you're terrific. I didn't think you'd ever stop. We'll have the second half right after these words from your local station.
Monday, it's all new bloopers with a Super Blooper Bowl. Football's biggest stars at their bumbling best. Plus shower laughs on Funky Brewster. And a practical joke on Lynn Redgrave. Then no one can handle a gun or a woman like Clint Eastwood as Bronco Billy. He's a real American hero.
I love you, Bronco Billy.
On the NBC Monday Movie.
Which European beer is more popular in America than all the others combined?
Come to think of it, I'll have a Heineken.
While trends in automotive design come and go, Jaguar remains true to its heritage of grace and distinction. Inside, the Jaguar is crafted with fine leather, exotic wood, and sophisticated electronics. Perfected through years of development, today's XJ6 is the best Jaguar ever built. Jaguar, a blending of art and machine. test drive the XJ6 at your Jaguar dealer.
Feeling your way through a wonderful world.
What do you think?
I could live here. Something tells you things are looking up, giving your life a touch of magic, finding what you want, finding what you need. Looking up, looking up, looking up.
When your fingers do the walking, you have more time for living. The Ameritech Bell Yellow Pages.
It's getting, looking up.
Published by Reuben H. Donnelly.
Expanded Super Bowl coverage Sunday on the Channel 5 News at 10.
College basketball is brought to you by light beer from Miller, everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. By Radio Shack, the computer experts. By Embry Worldwide. Call Embry, it's as good as there. And by Kemper and the independent insurance agents who represent us. For all of your insurance needs, ride with Kemper.
Forget everything you know about shaving and get ready for the extraordinary. New Extra Rich Edge Gel. With more rich moisturizers and 40% more lubricants than the leading foam. So you get down where you want to be. Close. And feel good about it. Smooth. Comfortable. New Extra Rich Edge Gel. Extraordinary.
Us syncopators of progressive ribs have a unique style of jawing.
Howard says jazz musicians talk funny.
And after a gig, I finger pop with a light beer from Miller.
After playing, Howard enjoys a light beer.
Light is super cool and a breeze on the calories, you dig.
Light is less filling, with a third less calories than their regular beer. And the taste, Howard?
Oh, man, it's Obop Shaban. It's lay down, break down, birdie on the hot side of town.
He likes it.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And less. The Kemper Cavalry. Why do so many people trust their auto and home insurance to Kemper?
First accident forgiveness.
Kemper Total. Repair or replacement value coverage from my new car, as long as I own it.
Guaranteed renewal for good drivers 55 and over.
Compare Kemper's loyal protection with anyone. We don't have to toot our own horn. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
January's champions take to the ice. Linda Fradiani. Everybody's favorite, Dorothy Hamill. Rosalind Sumners. Dance sensation, Torville and Dean. The gathering continues at the World Professional Figure Skating Championships on NBC Sports World.
37-33 DePaul, trying to make it 6 in a row over the Irish of Notre Dame, but the Irish rallied from 13 down and 10 down to make it close at the half. 58% shooting by DePaul, only 38% for Notre Dame.
Yeah, the next one is the thing, the free throws. That's what kept Notre Dame in the game. They're 4 down. That's what Joey was yelling out the last couple minutes of the game to the officials. He was saying, we've committed 11 fouls, they only committed 6. So that's a big 8 points right there.
In their first game, DePaul shot over 60%, so they're nearly there again here on the road. But DePaul has lost their 3 games this season, all on the road. Corbin leading all scorers by 16, Holmes with 8, no one with more than 2 fouls. And for Notre Dame, Rivers with 9, no one with more than 2 fouls for the Irish. Barlow, the leading scorer all year, with 6, so does Scott Hicks. Irish get the ball first.
Watch the next time Comegys comes in, you'll have a hot hand. Man-to-man, DePaul.
Reintroduce the Irish. Hicks with the ball. Kempton, Rivers now with it. Barlow and Dolan, the starting 5. That's Hicks. And it's a 2-point game.
Notre Dame in the zone, 2-3.
Kenny Patterson with West, Corbin, Embry now with the ball, and Holmes, same team that started.
Check that. I'm sorry, that was not a zone. That was a box 1. Man-to-man on Corbin. Catch it next time down.
Now Rivers and the Irish with a chance to tie it. The Irish have never been ahead 2-2 early, and that's the only time the game's been even. DePaul ran off an early lead and stayed with it, and the turnover.
Tyrone! The boxing 1 on you!
And you hear Joey Meyer saying, box and 1.
I missed it last
It's West from the corner. Oh, didn't hesitate a second, did he? And he has 4 points. 39-35 DePaul.
Got his chance because the kid from San Francisco, Jackson, went into a drought. That's how come West to start.
Interesting angle from our backboard camera. Rivers working on Patterson. Dolan now with Holmes. Hicks.
Kempton's in good position.
Now, and a foul on Embry, and Kempton and Embry exchange a little elbow flare-up.
Although those are two heavyweights, they don't want to get mixed up with that. Look at the muscles on this kid. Now, just a head and shoulder fake here. He goes in, head and shoulder up, on the way down, automatic. That's his 3rd foul. There's a little push and shoving.
Tim Kempton, 6'9", 237-pounder from Long Island, New York. He is an 85% free throw shooter. His mother is a New York City police officer.
And I believe, I'm not sure, but last summer he dated Biggest daughter. I don't know if they're still going together. No, guy's shaking his head over there.
Sir, and
I
Phelps
guess now
is a very lovely
Digger can
girl.
yell at him now, I guess.
They are good friends. They are good friends.
Anytime my daughter up to anybody, used to run a D&D on it. Find out how much they were worth.
3-point DePaul lead and the ball. 2 minutes into the second half. West, who hit from the other corner, misses this time, and it's Rivers for Notre Dame.
Nice hands by Patterson.
And he is fouled by Dolan, who saved maybe an easy basket.
Excellent play. Just get the ball out of bounds on the side.
Second foul on Jim Dolan.
Play is getting real rough underneath. These refs aren't careful. They'll lose control of this game. Not to blow the whistle more.
Well, we had a physical game yesterday, Louisville and Memphis State, that came right down to the buzzer, and Memphis State finally prevailing at Louisville. First win for Dana Kirk there was...
Yep, Baskerville Holmes bombed out 2 foul shots.
Kenny Patterson from the point, and it's a 5-point Demon lead. 7 for Patterson.
They'll be able to get it inside this time, playing man-to-man.
Well, Patterson very nearly had a steal on that last pass. Rivers working on him. And Corbin rebounds for DePaul.
Rivers was raked that time and should have got a foul.
Patterson trying to dump off to Holmes, but Dolan clears it out. And a foul on Embry of DePaul. That'll be his 3rd.
Taking a chance, Dick, leaving them in there after 3. But now they come back with Comegys. Look for Comegys to have a hot hand, especially if he hits his first shot.
He came off the bench and was cold 0 for 4 in the first half, so he has not scored, and he is the 2nd leading scorer for DePaul on the year.
They're worried about his health. As I said earlier, he has a nervous stomach and just doesn't seem to eat right. High fiber, that was the thing I was trying to think of, Dick. That's the type of food he has to eat.
High fiber. Good old brand.
Nice pass.
Rivers got himself. It looked like he had himself trapped, but he was up there on the 8th floor and didn't come down, and no one pushed the button, and he still was able to get away the shot and score.
He tucked his legs up underneath him. Now, on your way down, gang, you always got to tuck your legs up. That gives you a split second longer to get the shot off. Now, you watch. When he starts to tuck his legs up, there he tucked them up, then got the shot off.
Little pike position push, and Rivers now with a 3-point chance, looking for his 12th point of the game. Celebrating his birthday. He's 20 years old today. 41-39. 3.5 minutes into the second half. Kevin Holmes quiets the crowd. He's had a good game, 10 points, 3 points above his average.
solid. They really don't have any weak spot, DePaul.
Scott Hicks. Foul on Barlow of Notre Dame. His second. And we have a timeout with a bit more than 4 minutes gone in the second half. DePaul Blue Demons, they've led throughout against Digger Phelps Irish, and they're on top by 4. Wearing the double-breasted look today, but boy, wasn't that way a few years ago. And Al, oh, that'll blow out the picture tube.
It looks like a test pattern. It looks like 2 bookmakers at Belmont's racetrack.
Yeah, I like the burns there on Digger. Huh?
Pork chops on the side there.
It is interesting how you really think you look good at a particular time in your life, and then it's only a few years before you go back and check your pictures. You say, oh, what did I do to myself? But I did like the coat.
Dick is wearing that double-breasted. It finally came back. All right, guys, so it's a good game here now.
43-39. DePaul leads. Plenty of time. 15:50 left. World Track and Field from Paris follows basketball, and you'll still have plenty of time to catch all of the Super Bowl action as well.
Trying to get the ball in the Comegys.
Patterson open. Kenny Patterson can't hit. West at 6'7", rebounds and scores.
That's the difference. DePaul has quickness underneath. Notre Dame does not have quickness. They have bulk.
6 points for Lawrence West. You know, the California connection is really paying off for DePaul. West is from San Diego and Holmes from Los Angeles, the San Fernando Valley, Cleveland High School out there. And Tony Jackson's from the Bay Area. Barlow, their leading scorer, now has 8.
Ball should know better than that. You can't let that kid shoot from the side.
4-point lead. West again. Good rebound by Dolan.
Good body position.
Rivers. Whole drive had trouble written on it. The ball just didn't seem to want to be in control. Foul on West, I think.
The ball got too low for him to control it, Rivers, and he really gave Hicks a bad pass. I thought that West paid this perfectly defensive, but the ref called the foul. Watch him. Holding his ground. He didn't move in.
Yeah, where was the foul on that?
No, if there was a foul, it was on Hicks.
First foul on Lawrence West. 45-41. The Irish trail never had been in the lead.
Joey's yelling out there, foul Barlow against his zone. Wherever Barlow goes, they want him covered.
Oh, follow Barlow. I think they said foul.
No, follow him. And when Barlow will get the shot, start a hot hand.
Dolan. He'd rather pass than shoot, and for a big man is an excellent assist man.
There's Barlow now, set.
To Dolan. Gets himself trapped, and a foul on West. Dolan was lucky. He was in trouble, but West called for the foul.
Getting inside to Dolan. Again, he's just a blue-collar player. Gets the job done, can pass better than he can shoot. Could be a walk or a foul, or according to where the ref was at that time, what angle.
6 minutes gone in the second half. David Rivers stolen beautifully, and they call a foul.
Well, that was a nice
on
move.
Kevin Holmes. I don't think he hit anything but the ball.
I don't know, Dick. It's such a move. You almost can't do that without fouling, but it was a great move. Let's take a look at it.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, it's a hard call, but obviously Rivers is an actor, knows how to go through the Emmy Awards.
Rivers at the line. Ruled he was in the act of shooting.
Now look at this rim. This is a rim that's tight. You don't get a break on it.
And you saw that. That was a pretty soft shot and rattled right out of there.
The reason you don't get a break on this rim, gang, is that it's not a giveaway rim. This does not break away. If you grab that rim, it doesn't go down 45 degrees like all other rims that we play at throughout the country. And I wonder if Digger does this on purpose. Extremely tight rim. You do not get a break. You got to make it pure.
Rivers with 13 points in the game, and DePaul's lead lead is down to 3.
And whatever Digger does, he does for a reason, Dick. Like bringing home flowers to your wife for no reason. There's a reason.
I'll bow to experience. Nice fast-paced game, and there's Comegys, 0 for 5.
Doesn't have it tonight.
Barlow hits to Corbin for DePaul. A running game is in DePaul's favor.
Whoa! Oh, boy, did he go into that table?
He did not save it. Kempton, boy, he's a bull of a young man. Fans give him a hand.
Wow. Hope he's all right.
The SID for DePaul, raced alone is the man right there. There's Ray saying, I'm moving left.
Ray wasn't trying to cushion him. Ray was moving away from him. That's a big man coming at you, 245, 50 pounds. Got himself a razor haircut there. That's probably $11 haircut he got, Dick.
There comes the crowd. 3-point game, 13 minutes left. Holmes on the baseline. No basket.
The Paul bench is reacting to every call. You got to be careful going down to the wire later on in this game. They don't get hit with a tee. Digger's up. He's always up.
He doesn't like that coaching box a bit, does he? He feels caged.
Keeping the ball on the string. Oh, fancy for a big guy. He's going to go now.
Knocked away by Patterson, and a break for DePaul. Patterson will take it in, and he's fouled by Hicks.
One thing about a freshman, and I have to let Rivers go, he's going to make X amount of mistakes. But as the years go by, he'll make less and less mistakes. They've given him unbelievable freedom. Nice play by Hicks right here. Looked like he palmed the ball there for a second. Reached in, hit Patterson, make him make the basket at the foul line. Good foul.
Patterson is shooting 75% this year.
All right, now watch the crowd behind the basket. I told you on the first shot, when there was no noise in the first half, watch the movement and the noise when Kenny tries to take this shot. There you are. College sportsmanship.
He misses both of them. It's 45-42, and of course that brings the crowd all the more into the game with 12:35 left.
Nice shots that time by the crew.
Rivers among the sequoias in there.
I think red trees more than sequoias.
Foul's going to be on Dolan over the back.
Tried to ride him.
Third on Jim Dolan.
We're at a key time in the game here, Dick. A 3-point spread. You know, you can move it up to 7. The ball can get them in trouble. They spread them out, make it come out of their zone. As long as they keep within 5 points, Notre Dame can make the ball play.
Jackson with a good pass. Rebound Dolan.
Great job by Dolan today. Unbelievable. Nice outlet pass. Get over to Barlow.
Oh, what a play by Patterson. And I don't believe there was a foul. He took that ball right on the dribble away from Rivers.
He has Houdini hands. Unbelievable timing. And this is his 4th year of doing this at DePaul.
Well, I have to, on behalf of Joey Meyer, he's not gotten any breaks here. Look at that. That's a perfect steal. You can't make it any cleaner. He didn't even lose rhythm on the dribble.
What I like is defensive stance. You young people out there, he stays at 3 o'clock. He bends over. He keeps his palms up to steal the ball.
That is as perfect a theft as you'll ever see. Nice camera work. And it gets Hicks a chance at 1-1.
Now, everything nice and quiet. Nobody moves. Don't bother.
Nice help. Tap out by Corbin, who's still on the floor.
Oh, here we go. Dunk it. Dunk it, Rivers. No.
Corbin, who had fallen down, was in position to defend. So that was a break for DePaul.
I didn't know Corbin was back there.
Yeah, he had fallen down and hadn't been able to get down court. So actually that saved an easy basket for Rivers.
That's why I was saying dunk it. I thought he was going 1-on-none.
Well, not much scoring, but a lot of whistle blowing in that sequence the last 2 or 3 minutes. 11:46 remaining, and it's 45-42 DePaul. Of the team that called that Breeders' Cup, and justifiably, I guess, the Eclipse Award has gone to NBC for the coverage. And John Gonzalez, who's directing our game here today at Notre Dame, was a man who really put all those pieces together, along with Mike Weissman, our executive producer. It was really quite an experience, those 4 hours of the Breeders' Cup, the first of what we hope will be a long tradition, that event on NBC. Yeah, we have traditionally been at Notre Dame through the years, and we have what is building to another classic, 45-42. DePaul leads with 11:46 remaining.
I don't go to the racetracks, Dick. I got a brother, John, my oldest brother. He looks like a horse.
David Rivers leading Notre Dame, and Tyrone Corbin with 16 tops for DePaul.
Surprisingly, Notre Dame man-to-man. First time the second half.
Comegys hasn't scored yet, and he's 0 for 7, and that is the key.
He's trying a little bit too hard. He needs the basket to relax.
DePaul gets the ball out of bounds, and Patterson will be the trigger man. 11:34 left in the game. Comegys, he's going to shoot till he makes it. That was a little closer range. His first basket, first points, 47-42.
Need a basket right here. They're going to push it up to 7. Jackson's doing a nice job.
Dolan. Taken away by Barlow, and he scores. It's good, and he's fouled.
This crowd here, Dick, anytime Notre Dame scores the basket, it's going to be a 3-point play. It's kind of a sloppy rebound. It goes on the floor, and what happens is on the inside, makes a nice shot, and is fouled.
Holmes with his third foul, and Barlow at the line with a chance at the three-pointer. Would pull Notre Dame within 2. Key play, because DePaul had the ball for a moment on the rebound with a 5-point lead, and boom. Not a chance to go 3 the other way.
Knock it down to a single basket from bottom to
Comegys rebounds. 47-44 DePaul.
Another face defensive, back to the zone for 3. He's going again.
Comegys.
Nope. That's that tight rim. Not going to get a break on it.
Barlow with a rebound. Here comes Rivers. 3 points down are the Irish with 10:30 remaining in the game. Rivers misses. Rebound Patterson. Well, he can climb for a guard at 6'2". And a turnover off Jackson.
Took his eye off the ball for a split second that time. It would have been an easy 2.
Joey Meyer. Oh, he's going to be gray in a hurry. Won't take long.
Much easier to be an assistant coach than the head coach. As Harry S. Truman says, the buck stops here. I think they got to get Hicks free.
Midpoint of the second half. 10 minutes left.
He likes that spot.
Barlow, and it's a 1-point game.
Get the ball to Corbin. He's your star. He's your leader.
Comegys. Boy, he shoots every time he gets the ball. Corbin can't save. It goes to Hicks. The Irish could take the lead for the first time. Rivers.
Oh, nice block. Caught him with his body. It was a good block, but he caught him with his hip. Jackson went up high. Rivers kept his eye in the basket. Good block, but he'd go to the foul line for 2 shots.
The block with the right hand, and I believe Jackson made contact with the left hand and the body underneath.
And the hip. You'll see it in the replay. Here he goes. Watch it go up. Nice, clean block, but watch the hip in the bottom there.
Here's
now
how
from
Digger
Phelps' eyes. Here we go. Biggest saying to the referee, give him 3 shots for that.
9 minutes and 27 seconds remaining, and we have a timeout. When we return, David Rivers will be at the line for 2, and the Irish might lead for the very first time in the game.
Bill Evans can't breathe.
My nose is so stuffed, air can't get through.
Prove it.
Louisville, Sunday, doubleheader action when Villanova takes on Maryland. Then Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers battle Illinois. Or Georgia Tech faces the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Good reasons to come home to college basketball. Next weekend on NBC.
For the first time in 42 years, that man, Ray Meyer, is not on the DePaul bench, but his heart is. That was the play at the end of the last sequence as DePaul called timeout as he was giving his support to his son Joey and DePaul across the way. I don't think you get an unbiased report when you listen to DePaul basketball in Chicago.
Hey, that's the way it should be. Families should stay together.
North Carolina State and Louisville. Al and I will be at Freedom Hall next Saturday, and some of you will see California and USC. Both those games at 1 o'clock Eastern, and for you West Coast fans also at 1. This one to tie. Only the second time the game has been even. 2-2 was the other.
Watch the little dip he gives now before he comes back up and goes down again. He bends his knees deeper than he does when he goes for the shot. Here comes the dip. Give it the dip, pal. There you go. Knock him up. Knock it down, not as far. Bang.
Notre Dame only lead of the game with 9:27 left.
Again, it's time for Corbin.
There he is. Here comes Hicks. Boy, oh boy.
No whistle. I don't understand that one. That's okay.
Neither is Joey Meyer. He has his head buried in his hands. Now he's in that catcher squat.
Wow, they're playing tough.
Rivers forcing the shot. It comes out to Patterson.
He had indecision. Didn't know whether to play it off the backboard or straight. Should have played it off the rim.
DePaul down by 1. 8.5 minutes left. Embry's back in the game.
With 4 fouls.
Patterson short. Embry rebound. Stolen by Rivers.
He stripped him.
And a late whistle foul on Corbin. Boy, that was really a long time coming, and Corbin doesn't understand it.
It looked like at that time that Rivers kind of limped. I wonder why. After he made this run. Watch this spurt as he breaks out of the pack.
There's Corbin to his right.
Now he starts limping. See him kind of limping there?
It wasn't until there that the whistle blew, and apparently the official was going to let it go if Rivers was able to maintain the dribble. But when he felt the foul helped make that loss of control by Rivers, then he blew the whistle, and Corbin has his third. Lawrence West is in, and Tony Jackson out.
Only the good officials can do that. No harm, no foul.
And Rivers back at the line where he's 5 for 6.
He faked out Holmes that time with his stick.
Dallas Comegys is in for Kevin Holmes.
Comegys will hit his next shot. He is overdue. What is he, Dick? 0 for 8?
He did make one, remember the drive, but he said nothing away from the basket. He's about 1 for 9. Rivers has 17 points, and Notre Dame with a 3-point lead. 8:16 left.
Notre Dame zone is getting more powerful once you don't hit from the outside.
Patterson setting up Corbin. Tyrone Corbin, he's been quiet. In fact, that's his first point of the second half.
They haven't got him the ball, but he's just an outstanding ball player, Dick, on both ends of the court. True leader. He's one of the tri-captains.
Outstanding student.
He's not a tri-captain. He's captain.
Co-captain with Patterson. 1-point Irish lead. Donald Royal in the game. His pass going to Barlow.
Trying to create play. DePaul goes man-to-man. Up-tempo the action if they can. Feel they have better talent than Notre Dame.
Rivers on Patterson. Kempton and West, and the foul against the Irish.
That might have been on Barlow, was it?
No, it was No, it was Barlow. You're right. 44, his third. 6 team fouls. So from this point on, 1-1 both ways. Down by only 1. DePaul with 7:15 left. Into that maze of gold, and a foul.
That should be a 2-shot foul. It's a continuity foul. Let's see if they call it 2 shots. Right, 2-shot foul. Here's the game, right here so far.
16-1 free throws for Notre Dame, a 15-point difference in a 1-point game. And Comegys, who has been as cold as the weather outside, is at the line.
Think of cheesesteak. Think of pretzels with mustard. Isn't he from Philadelphia, this kid?
Yes, he is. One of the best out of Philadelphia.
Think of home. We'll drop it in. That's not hard to shoot for that group. Bang.
Ties the game at 50. 7:10 left.
Cheesesteaks will do it every time. A hoagie. Boy, Dick, we got 2 great games in a row, didn't we?
And a great one yesterday in the doubleheader at Las Vegas.
Oh!
Basket, will it be allowed?
Any good? Is it good?
Yes.
It's good! I told you, every time there's a hairline call in a 3-point play, it's automatic because this crowd just goes wild. I think the refs are afraid not to call it good. This is the first time I've ever seen Tim dance in the air. Watch him go up. Kind of hesitates, shoots on the way down.
Looks as if the foul was committed as he was delivering the shot.
Yeah, it was a good call.
West with his 4th foul. 4 fouls we have, but we'll double check. Kempton trying for the 3-pointer. 52-50 Notre Dame. Corbin rebounded.
Patterson and Corbin have to do it now. They're the seniors. Tough situation at South Bend.
Patterson inside. Oh, what a pass to Comegys.
What a pass.
And a foul. The basket is good.
Now, you notice when Comegys goes to the rim on this replay, if we catch it, is that the rim does not give, as I told you earlier. That's why the shots are bouncing around and not going in. Now watch this pass. Throw pass. Now watch after this. He'll hang on the rim will not give.
Ooh, that's how they shatter.
Camera work only by the crowd peacocks.
Barlow with his 4th, so that's a critical foul for the Irish. Comegys trying to give DePaul the lead, and does. 53-52.
Here's another angle.
West, and that apparently is his 5th.
No way should West be picking up David Rivers.
Tony Jackson will come in for West, who leaves the game with 6 points.
Again, this is where DePaul has the edge. They can go to their bench and not lose that much quality of players. Where Notre Dame, as they move into their bench, it's kind of precipitous. West is upset with himself, but he played a great ball game. What was the stat stick?
He had 6 points.
Good.
Rivers trying to tie it. This man, I don't know what the free throw record is at Notre Dame, but the way he started, he probably will shatter it early because he gets there often enough. 8 of 9 today. Now looking for his 19th point.
French pastry deluxe.
54-53, Notre Dame leads. 6.5 minutes remain.
Clock is not in the game yet, but will be soon.
Tony Jackson. Rebound by Corbin. Might have gotten away with a walk in there. Embry tips and tips again.
I think Embry tipped that 3 times. Only do that with strength.
6 points for Embry and a 1-point DePaul lead as they trade leads here in the last 3 minutes.
DePaul goes back to his own with a 1-point lead.
Kempton, not there, and Embry rebounds. So 2 big plays at both ends off the glass for Embry.
Comegys wants the ball. You can bet your bottom dollar if he gets it, it's going up. Take it around the horn again.
Very patient. Rivers hawking Patterson.
That's quick on quick, those 2 guys.
Tony Jackson. Ooh. That was Rivers who forced that pass that nearly was over the head of Patterson.
1-point lead, DePaul.
5:10 left.
It's going up.
Comegys off the glass. And a 3-point advantage for the Demons.
When you're good, you're good. He came in twice, had a drought both times. Joey went back to him the 3rd time, and he has produced.
Comegys suddenly with 8 points and a timeout called by Notre Dame. Just on, he scored over 1,200 points for his Papa Ray, and is still the number 9 scorer in DePaul history. He'd win on What's My Line, wouldn't he? There's Ray Meyer. You got him reading copy over there. Boy, heaven forbid they should do that with you. He's already ahead of you, and this is his rookie year as a broadcaster.
You know, when we got here last night, it was very difficult getting here. That Ray left about 2 hours after us into that whiteout.
Oh, a blizzard.
The tollway.
A blizzard. That was a frightening experience just trying to get here. Embry playing with 4 and 4 others with 3, and West is fouled out. 57-54. DePaul leads. Notre Dame with the ball, and 4:45 left in the game.
Get the ball to Rivers, and maybe Hicks will end up.
Double team and a good pass to Royal. He scores!
Boy!
There's another 3-point chance.
That might be about the 7th or 8th 3-point possibility. I think they converted about 6 of them.
It was Barlow's pass that really set up the play for Royal. Here it is.
He swings around to the inside. He caught Comegys too much on his left. He swung right around to the right.
Comegys' 4th foul, as you see it from our backboard camera. And now Royal will try to shoot right into that camera and tie it up. Tony Jackson rebounds for DePaul. 57-56, the Blue Demons.
Tony Jackson brought down an active rebound then.
And he takes the shot and rolls it home.
He's trying to fight his way back into the starting 5 here. Last 3 games, West started instead of him.
Oh, deflected pass by Comegys, and it goes to Embry.
This is the basket. They score here, will change the type of game that we've had the last 10-15 minutes. There's only 4 minutes left in the game.
Tyrone Corbin passed up a good shot.
Jackson will let it go.
Knocked away, and Rivers comes up with it. 3-on-2. Kempton.
Boy, Kempton moving like that, Dick, is like a freight train, a Sherman tank.
You don't take a charge on that one.
Nobody does.
59-58 and a foul on Barlow, and that'll be all for the Irish's leading scorer, Ken Barlow.
It was a good call, but it was a tickle call, a feather call. He was in back of Dallas Comegys, and the pass coming in.
Barlow leaves the game. He scored 12. That's about 4.5 points under his
previous
average.
Play. All of a sudden, Rivers gets it, puts his head down, and away he goes. Nice bounce pass to Mr. Tim. His mother is smiling.
Barlow leaves, gets a hand from partisan Notre Dame crowd.
You got 30 seconds, Digger, to put somebody in.
Digger taking his time and talked it over with his 2 assistant coaches. Actually 3, Pete Gillen, Gary Brokaw, and Jim Barron, and it'll be Joseph Price, junior from Marion, Indiana. They give away some size in the exchange. Price is 5 inches shorter than Barlow at 6'5". His brother, Joe Van, was the captain of the Purdue team in 72-73, a talented basketball-playing Hoosier family.
Price has a good shot, anywhere from about 17 feet in.
Comegys looking for only the 4th free throw scored by DePaul. And doesn't get it. Price rebounds.
They'll try to favor Hicks if they can.
Scott Hicks shoots. Rebound Embry, and the foul is on Royal. He's active, though. There's Donald Royal of that frontliners. He seems to be a little quicker off his feet and not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Has a good build. He looks slim, but he's not as slim as he looks.
At the other end, it'll be Marty Embry. The cookie man last year shot 50% of his free throws, and this year, he was 1 out of 2 last year, 31 of 62. This year, he's moved it up to 2 out of 3.
Well, the last 3 games, he's found himself. He's had 34 boards. That's a lot of rebounds for 3 games.
Talk about distractions.
Well, I think what he's doing, when he drops his head, he's just getting away from the crowd. Let's see if he does it again this time. As he goes to the foul shot, he'll drop his head. Look down, and as soon as he comes up, he'll shoot fast. Watch when his head comes up. Bang, right away he shoots. Bang.
Hits them both. Well, those are tough free throws. 61-58, right into the student body of Notre Dame.
Obviously, DePaul goes to his zone with a 3-point lead. Make Notre Dame shoot from the outside.
That was double dribble, wasn't called. Price stopped his dribble and picked it up again, but DePaul gets it anyway.
They might spread it out now. Let's see.
With his shirt tail flapping, it's Patterson leading the... Oh, wide open Jackson on a great feed by Comegys, and it's a 5-point lead. 2:50 left.
Caught Notre Dame asleep. Notre Dame changed their defense. Some of the guys did not know they were man-to-man. Now you're going to have to hit from the outside. They play a postage stamp underneath here. 5 guys in tight.
Rivers, not there, and it goes out of bounds to whom? To both officials having trouble discerning, and they say DePaul. Now the pressure on the Irish defense.
Now they got to pick up all over the court. They got to create turnovers. You only got 2.5 minutes left. You got a 5-point spread. 7-point lead. DePaul might go to the refrigerator. Try to ice it.
No shot clock.
Both teams are in a 1-1. The arrow favors Notre Dame. Both clubs have 2 timeouts. Start your coaching at home. Looked like a walk that time. Got away with it.
Last year you could foul almost anyone for DePaul, and they were not a good free throw shooting team. That's not the case this year. It's been a major part of Joey Meyer's improvement program.
Well, fouls, making or missing, is like the measles. If you're doing good at catches, if you're doing bad at catches.
Comegys probably has the lowest percentage of free throws and has had trouble today, and he turns it over. Royal setting up Rivers. Rivers is running with a bit of a limp. I think some of those knocks he's taken today, that's going to be walking on Price.
Yep, he did drag his pivot foot. He gave a head and shoulder fake. Got the 2 guys up, but a lot of times you put that fake on with such force that it drags your pivot foot.
There's a timeout with 1 minute and 37 seconds remaining. All is not golden at the moment here at Notre Dame. DePaul by Dame trailing by 1, and Rivers down, and at the buzzer wins it for Notre Dame. And the freshman celebrating actually turned his ankle in making that roll in excitement. And Rivers has been the key player for the Irish again today. They've got themselves 4 years of great basketball excitement in that young package.
Must have taken tumbling somewhere. This set a new trend. That's the way they spike in basketball.
Spiking himself. But the drama of Rivers may be denied today because DePaul, in a game that's been very close the last 7-8 minutes, has pulled out to a 5-point lead, and DePaul has the ball and a foul on Rivers. He fouls Tony Jackson. That obviously was part of the strategy discussed by Digger Phelps during that last timeout.
Jackson shoots 74% from the foul line, which is more than respectable. This kid has a limp. About midway through this half it came, where it happened, but he has to play with little pain. So big a thing. Just like my body was saying. Play with little hurts.
Right into that beehive. And Kempton rebounds. 5 points down are the Irish with 1.5 minutes left, and Digger's waving his hands like a traffic cop. Hurry up, get down here and score. Scott Hicks not there. Kempton gets the rebound. 63-60.
We might see the ghost of the Gipper again.
that comes from Duff, who has just been inserted into the lineup, the senior. And that will send the senior to the line, Kenny Patterson. 1-1. Patterson hitting on 75%. There's another man who's improved. Last year, made only 57% of his free throws, and this year all the way up to 75%.
I might have get a timeout right here, Dick, to ice this guy a little bit.
64-60. They're on an even count. This is the big one. This is like a whole other basket. He said if he makes this, the Irish need 3 opportunities.
The exception, obviously, with 3-point play.
He gets 2, and the senior delivers 65-60. 1 minute left.
All they're saying is no foul, no foul. Wow. Notre Dame was looking for the 3-point play. Joey Meyer was yelling out, no foul, no foul.
Comegys does foul, but the basket ball does not go in, so it's up for 3rd foul on Comegys.
Well, that's what college ball's all about. You yell out there, but they're still young kids, and they're going to make the mistake. Very fortunate that ball didn't go in.
50 seconds remaining. Donald Royal with 6 points in the game, 4 of those coming at the line. 65-61.
No doubt about it. They go, they make the move here, put more speed in to turn the ball over.
Barry Spencer, a senior, just rejoining the club, replaces Tim Kempton.
Right. Kempton will go back in when Notre Dame gets the ball. Now he has a very quick team out there with Duff and Rivers and Spencer. They'll press all over the court. Down 4. Down 3.
65-62, 50 seconds.
There's the pressure.
And a good pass by Patterson to Embry.
Well, they're going to have to foul because they keep the ball out. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. The clock is ticking. Down 3.
32 seconds left. Foul on Duff is second. Right. Now Kempton will go in.
Personal on number 22, Dan Duff.
Good play by Digger. Right now, Joey Meyer is saying to the referees, 2-shot foul, 2-shot foul. He's trying to plant the seed for later in the game.
As you indicated, Kempton returns in this situation, and Spencer goes to the bench, and Patterson, who made his last 2.
I wonder why Digger's not icing these guys with timeouts.
66-62. Patterson now with 10 points.
When we score, timeout, Scotty.
You got to say he's a competitor. He hangs in there all the way. He's not afraid to make a statement before a game. He said this be a classic, and it's been an outstanding ball game.
4 in a row by Patterson. You heard the Digger say, if we score a basket, call timeout. Hicks. Rebound Comegys. Immediately by Duff, a good foul by him. He's in for that purpose and has his 3rd, but it's a 5-point lead as Comegys goes to the other end.
Duff hasn't had much time to play at Notre Dame. His first year he broke his ankle, and last year he's an academically problem the second semester. He's not much of a scorer, but he's lightning, quick, fast.
From Notre Dame to Paris, France. How's that for a quinella? We'll go on to the indoor track and field world championships. And Comegys, after having a horrendous shooting game down the stretch, the last 10 minutes, has contributed both from the floor and the line. And now looking for his 10th point as Jeff Peters, freshman, comes in for the Irish.
These referees today, Dick, were from the Big 8, the 3 of them.
And Comegys, suddenly the spirit of the 6th man didn't help at that end as DePaul clicked off 6 in a row. Peters just into the game. Kempton rebounds and scores, and timeout with 14 seconds left and a 5-point lead.
Digger will work this clock right down to the end of the game. And if DePaul happens to miss some foul shots, there's a long shot, a very, very long shot, that could get into the game. DePaul would have to commit a foul to create a three-point play for Notre Dame. 5-point spread, 14 seconds. Almost hopeless.
Great job by everyone under very difficult circumstances. Our technicians, our production crew having to set up for this telecast, although indoors, there was a lot of outdoor work. Outstanding job. And John Gonzalez was our director. Kenneth Roy Edmondson, our producer. Thanks to Chuck Freeby. There's a name you got to like. He's our statistician. And all of the folks here at Notre Dame who made our visit very pleasant. And for DePaul's Blue Demons, underlining the fact in a very hostile environment that they are indeed one of the nation's top teams.
DePaul has lost 3 in a row on the road, so they broke that drought.
I want to send along Ernie DeRosa, our technical supervisor, his daughter Cynthia, Jim Burke. He's a proud grandpapa, 7-pound, 2-ounce Lauren Ann this morning, so congratulations to Granddaddy Ernie. And to the Almores there in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. Happy 40th anniversary. No one wearing a Notre Dame basketball uniform has ever experienced a win against DePaul.
Oh, wow, they had the turnover.
And it appears that we'll have to wait as Comegys nails the victory for DePaul. Time running out. Rivers takes it in, scores uncontested, and the final score as Digger Phelps comes down to shake the hand of Joey Meyer as Meyer wins both games against the Irish. And Digger, it's 71-66 today. The executive producer of NBC's basketball is Michael Weissman. Coordinating producer of NBC's basketball is George Finkel. The telecast of today's game has been produced by Kenneth Edmondson, directed by John Gonzalez, technical director Bruce Berquist. Dick Enberg for Al McGuire. Don't forget, immediately following these messages from your local station, we take you to Paris, the World Indoor Games, next on NBC Sports.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. United's Royal Pacific service to the Far East. It's truly world class.
Monday, no one can